It's Angel. We are back with an upper body workout today. So our warm-up is not probably going to be as extensive as some of our other ones have been. You can warm up extra if you choose, or just kind of follow along. We're primarily going to be working the upper body and the core, rotator cuff muscles, shoulders, neck and back, spine, less legs. So this is a great workout to do if you've had a really hard day or a really hard week of leg exercises, whether it be strength training, running, cycling, whatever. So great time to give the legs a break and to work and concentrate on the upper body. So I'm going to grab a band first and start with feet planted, any band, strap, whatever, and take this up and over. So just warming things up. There's not a lot of tension. In fact, you don't even need any. This can be done with a PVC pipe. It could be done with anything that you can use to get this up and over. Okay. So we want a few of these movements. Try to keep the arms straight, even, all the way through. Here we go, we've got 5 more. Here's 2. And 1. I'm actually going to put this over to the side for just a moment, or right in front of me, where I take the arms out, raise them up, and raise them down, and up, and down. And you can march, get the body warmed up, if you choose, and up, and down, and up, and down. You can take this to a jog, you can step touch, so up, and down. In this case, your arms are straight. It's almost like a standing snow angel. Up and down. No pun intended. Up and down. Here's 8, 7, 6. We're going to change the arms. Coming from the shoulders and reaching up in 3, 2. Hold them up, down, and up, down. Once again, so the legs can be side to side, can march. Really doesn't matter. Don't care what the legs are doing at this moment. We're just moving to generate some body heat, get the heart rate up, prepare the body for some work. So I'm not jumping around. Not a lot of impact today for the legs. Give them a break. Good. We're going to change this movement from going straight up to going straight across. In 4, 3, 2. Now push the arms forward, in front, and cross, in front. You can cross the top, bottom, back and forth. Open, close, cross in front. Very simple movements. Whole purpose now is just to warm everything up, loosen up the ligaments and tendons, get the body moving. So I'm going to change the feet right now back to a march. Okay. Right now we're just crisscrossing in front. In a moment we're going to take these out to the side and circle the arms in 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, take the arms out wide, small circles. Again, we can march, we can just move, small circles. Make them a little bigger. And as big as you can go. Full range of motion. Good. In 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, small circles the other way. Little circles. A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Full range of motion for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Take the legs out wide, take the arms out. We're going to bring it down and up and down and up. Little knee bend, knee bend. Reach in. Here's 8 and 7. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Straighten through the legs, feet forward. Look up. And swing. Walk the hands over. And up. While I'm here, grab the band that I tossed down earlier. Walk the legs in just a little bit. Take the band in half, bring it behind your back. You don't even have to pull. We're just going to come forward, raise your arms up, and then bring yourself back. Big breath in, exhale down, and up. Three more, big breath in, and down. Good. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Release the arms. Bring the feet a little closer together. Let the head drop. Let the arms drop. Take the band with you. Bring your hands to your waist. Come all the way up. In half once again. Feet together. Crisscross over. And then over. And then over to the other side. Bring it back. Crisscross. Over. And over. Let's do it again. Uncross. Criss. Cross. Look. Let's go one more each direction. Got one more stretch. And then we're going to start to add in some more arms. Working the rotator cuffs first. We will use the resistance tube as well as some light hand weights. Good. Step it forward, step back, reach up, maybe even reach back, and then hinge forward. here, reach all the way up and back and forward. Two more on this side and we'll switch. So you brace your feet on the floor, come all the way forward, plant both heels, plant both feet. And last one. Step it together, step it back. Same thing on the other side. Up and back, and forward. So my legs aren't doing anything. They're isometrically held, stable, reaching up through my spine, hinging forward. Two more. And last one. All right, so this first one, if you need to get a towel, band, whatever, do it now. This first one can be used with this as well as some light weights. So I actually start with light weights. You can make the adjustment if you need to. I'll show it both weights. So if we're going to use a resistance tube, you're going to hold here. Actually, I'll show it with the tube first and then with the weights. So this hand isn't doing a whole lot. This one on the outside is. Elbow stays to your side, and you're going to take it out and in. Okay, like you're opening a gate and closing. So the movement is totally through my shoulders. Try not to lean back. Try not to, so common mistakes I see are that people do this and then it's no longer centered in the shoulder, but it's actually using more of your back, more of a little bit of your deltoids. Like we want to get the rotator cuff muscles, the very small muscles that support the deltoids and support the shoulder, and are most commonly injured in lifting movements with the arms. So this is a very light resistance weight here. I could even go down to a yellow or a lighter one than this, so something a little thinner. You don't want to go much heavier. Okay, last two. And one. Now we'll do it on the other side. So you'll see it from a different angle. Again, I'm going to hold it here. I want my hand to be able to move like a door. So holding this one stable so I have enough resistance but not too much. Take it out and actually see if I can do it this way. And take it out and in. You do need this anchored to something stable that won't move. My treadmill works really well for that kind of stuff. Sometimes a dresser, a chair. Chairs can be questionable because they usually aren't heavy enough. Dresser, a bed, something with some girth, something with some stability to it. Especially this one, you don't need it. It doesn't have to be super, super heavy, and you're not pulling too hard, so you can probably get away with a little bit more on what you anchor it to. So we've got 5. 4. And as I get tired, you'll see I'm wanting to pull away. Don't pull away. Keep that door opening movement. 2 and 1. Okay, I'm not going to leave this here for a moment. So you can also do that with a smaller weight set. Don't know what happened to my 5-pounders. I'm not doing this with 10. So we could take this. These are both 5 each. I could do 2.5 each. You kind of decide. So anchor, palms up. I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to take it out. In and out. We just did this. So these muscles will be tired. If they're too tired, skip this, fast forward, and go to the next one. Okay, so 2 different ways of doing this. I'm doing this now with weights. You say, well, what if I just have the resistance band? Keep going if you're getting the weights. What if I just have the resistance band? Then the same movement I was just doing is here. Pulling it back. Okay. So keep the mode challenging enough. Here's 3, 2. The reason I chose these is for this next exercise. So I'm going to take these arms out here, way out. Pull it in and out. So I'm holding my shoulders up, right? I'm not going to lean back, I'm not going to get holding my shoulders up. And it looks like a bicep curl. So it is, but it's a very supported bicep curl. Now, these are 5s. I could try it with 10s, but you're going to start to get some fatigue factor in here. It looks a little better because these are actual dumbbells, but I'd like it to be like an 8 or a 5, the reality, okay? But if I can hold my shoulders up, and I can take this out and here, then it's fine, okay? We've got 4, 3, so it is sort of a bicep curl. I mean, it looks like it, but it's really getting those shoulders and the support in your neck and your spine. Hold it here. We're gonna go straight up and then pull it all the way down. Up and down. Notice my hands are facing each other right now. And down. Up and down. On shoulders that are pretty fatigued. And down. You could come and turn and here. Just works the deltoids a little bit differently. Or straight up and here. This, to support the deltoids, to support your shoulders, you're going to have to stand straight. It's not here, then it becomes a chest exercise. Straight up and down. Full range, all the way down, all the way up. Here's 4, 3, 2, we're going to make this harder, and 1. Now, I don't know, I'm going to keep 20 pounds over my head, so I'm going to take it down to a 10. You can keep the 20, you can add whatever. I'm going to go straight up here. I was just here. Plant my feet, pull the belly in, lower, and up. And up. Watch out for your head. If you notice, my upper arms are not moving. It's just the lower arm, elbow bend, and up. Here's 8. Straight down. Here's 4. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up and in. I'm going to keep these right here handy. I'm going to use the lighter weight again for shoulders. Again, I wish, I'm really not sure where my dumbbells went. I have 3 children. It's probably in their room somewhere. Who knows? Try to plant your feet, belly in, out, and in. I do not have to go higher than my shoulders. Okay? Out and in. Again, it's not here. It starts to be a chest exercise. Out and in. So if you looked at this and you're like, well, I don't really have the weights to do this, or I don't have what I think is strong enough or heavy enough or light enough weights, that resistance tube can work as well. And in fact, I'm going to show you in a moment how we can do that so yeah, these are going to be tired. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's show this with resistance tube. So second set with some pre-fatigued arms, I tell ya, it's going to look like this. Either 1 foot or 2 planted and out. You can go back to the weights we just did or try it with the tubes. If you're able to go much higher than your shoulders, if this is not challenging, then we do this. We put both feet in, and now it becomes harder. If it's too much, too challenging, obviously I could take a foot out. I could also bend my elbows. So it's a lever exercise, fulcrum, lever. The longer the lever, the harder it is. The shorter, the easier. Okay. So we've got 5, 4, there we go, and 1. I'm going to go back to the weights. I'll show you how we can do this on here as well. Yeah, with this I'm going to keep this at 5 and 5, so 5 pounds. I'm going to take the move we just did and add to it. You're like, oh my goodness, yes. Here we go. Out, in, and down. Out, forward, and down. Keep your back straight, belly in, and down. Start cutting into my hands a little bit. Let me get my fingers. There we go. And down. How many? Well, set some, 8, 10, or how many can I do where I don't start to lean, where I don't start to sacrifice form. Out. So I'm going to say I can do 5 more. If you can do more than that, great, go for it. Here's 3. Last one. We're going to get some of the back side, so again you can use these. I'm going to take these. You can do 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, or we can just plant both feet and hinge forward. Take the hands here, hold, and then back, in, and back. So once again for the triceps, hinge, belly in. Okay. This is 10. If you want to go more, we've got 5 more. I'm getting tired. You start to see a swing. Try not to swing. Here's 2 and 1. I'm going to keep these weights, and now I'm going to take this, actually, yeah, I'm going to take this to a row. So what I was going to do, you know what, actually I'm going to switch weights because, sorry, getting a little sweaty. I'm going to switch weights because I'm actually going to take this to a reverse fly. So the movement is like this, and with 10, I'm pretty sure, I'm afraid that I'm going to start losing my form. That's really it. It's, you want to challenge yourself to a point that you're going to have change, but you don't want to challenge it so far to a point that you're going to hurt yourself because you're changing it too much. So once again, I'm going to go with the 5s. Arms are here and fly it out. Plenty of room, okay. And out. So belly in, flat back, and you flap your arms like a bird. And out. Shoulder blades together as you come up. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Here's 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Could that be done with resistance band or 2? So, yes it can. So let's show, like actually the last 2 we just did, how do I do it with the band? So we first had those tricep kickbacks. Those, you've got to place this by your heel, push back. You might even want to take the palms up and here, up. Now because I'm leaning forward, there's a little more slack in here. So if I take this out wider, or even wrap it around my own foot, it's gonna get harder. Oops. So you want it challenging enough, right? Oh, that's way too hard. Fun. Right? Straight back. So you can, so this I just added the second set by using the resistance tubes, or just do the first set and what you can do. Okay, so here's 8, 7, 6, 'll break, shake it out, reverse fly, also with the 2. So I'll make sure that my feet are firmly planted. You can do it this way or that way. Give yourself plenty of room. Down, fly like a bird. Right. So you're gonna flap your wings out and in. Try not to let the head drop, so you're gonna keep some space here between your chin and your chest. 2. Okay. Once again, I'll put this to the side. So I'm trying to give you lots of ways to like fatigue the muscles, get some challenge in there, even if you only have a band and some light weights. So I don't need heavy weights to get a really good workout in. I'm going to go back either to the 5s and the 10s. So if I just had the 5s, I could carry them all in one hand. I have the 10s here, so I'm going to take this to a row. Now you can do single or both arms. The legs can be staggered, or once again, I can be in this position. So if I have some heavier weight, maybe I want to come here in this good morning movement where my knees are soft or straight, I'm hinged, and I'm just gonna pull this back. So again, today wasn't supposed to be for legs, but if you wanted a little bit of a hamstring stretch and strengthener of the glutes, you could turn this into that as well. If you'd rather not and just kind of more relaxed leg movement, then we've got here and here. So here you're in isometric lunge. It might be a little bit easier on the hamstrings and glutes. Okay, pull and release. So very different than what we just did with the fly. The fly was a more straight arm, and the movement was this movement, pulling the shoulder blades. This one is a pull back. So trying to target the same muscles in a very different way and a movement that allows for a greater stability and greater range of motion through your back. Okay. As you notice in some of our full body workouts, we have taken this to a different level where we actually are like on one leg and doing these. So always options. But today, those legs aren't getting a whole lot. We're giving them a break. So squeeze and release. Let's slow this down. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. Let's do it again. Squeeze. Got 6 more. Squeeze. Halfway through. 4 more. Hold, squeeze. And last one. Hold and lower. Good. Big stretch. So clearly with something like that, you want to make sure that this stays engaged. Everything here is supported, and we're really just pulling this back and in. We're going to change it up just a little bit and get some of the trapezius muscles, the muscles to the neck that lead into the upper shoulders and back. You can use, I'm going to show you both ways. So let's start this time with the resistance tube. I'm going to place the feet in, crisscross. Okay, so palms are toward the body, body is tall. I'm going to pull this all the way up, elbows high, and then down. So sometimes this is one, it's like a zipper exercise. I tell people it's like you're zippering up a jacket. Jacket starts down here, I zipper it all the way up to my chin and down. See if you can get those elbows up. Okay, my shoulders are down here, so I don't start it crunched. Down, lift, and down. Okay, so try to avoid like here, that's more of a deltoid again, and while there's an assistance, we want to target more of that upper back and shoulder. Purposely taking a little slower approach on some of these so that we don't use momentum, but more strength. So here's 5. Good. And now I'll show you how to do this with weights. Last one. All right. Let this go, put it to the side. So if you have any type of weight, you can use 1 dumbbell, 2, whatever you have available. A bag of sand, a bag of rice, anything with some weight to it. Kettlebell, whatever you've got. So that one's an easy one. I've got these 2 here. Once again, I'm going to hold it in front of me. And it's that same and down. Okay. We're like, oh, we just did that. Yeah, we did. Now you've seen even in our full body workouts that sometimes we add the legs to this. This would be like where we would do maybe like a sumo squat. So it's here and up. But today, just the arms. Always giving options if you're doing this. You're like, oh, I want to add something. It doesn't feel complete. Well, then go ahead, add a squat. Good. We've got 8 more. So really pull it all the way up. Hold and release. This one makes your nose crinkle up. Here's 4. And 1. All right. So again, we're going to put this down. I want 1. We did this one earlier. It's time to revisit. All the way up once again, right? Belly in and lower and up. So it's tricep, but now it's being supported. Okay, it's being supported by our back and shoulders, holding those arms straight up. If you ever try to hold something over your head or reach for something over your head, you know that it's your shoulders and back that are doing that effort. Okay, so here's 5. 3. And 1. Good. And bring us in. Now, I'm going to take this down to the floor. I'm going to bring the mat down so that you can see. And now we're going to take it to, I'm so sorry, so I'm just trying to get an idea of where we're at so we don't add too much. This can be a lot for the arms all at one time. So last piece is going to be on the floor. I'm going to keep these handy. Actually, I think I'm going to turn this mat. I don't really need these lighter weights, so I'll keep them over here so I have them. Bring yourself down to the ground. starting in a boat position, hands behind the knees. I'm going to take one leg up and down. Feet off the floor, up and down. Arms can be here, they can be here, they can hug here, all right? Belly in, shoulders back and down. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. This comes back in. I'm going to take my legs extended, arms extended. Now I can do with weights or without. I'm going to take it all the way back. Oops. And all the way up. And down. Five more. Here's here and down. If I wanted to do this weighted, much more difficult, but I'm here and here. Two and one. I'm going to take this down. Make sure I have some room over my head. Over and here, over. Okay, I have 1 dumbbell. We can do 2. Let you see. Now I can add a crunch. Just letting it barely touch, and over. So a lot of things we can do with this dumbbell. Last 5. 4. 3. 2. On this one, hold it up. Hold it here. And bring it in. So we're going to come here. I'm going to take myself along, make sure you have room. And pull the knees up, take my hands behind my head, lift, elbow to knee. So we have bicycle crunches. Feel free to do as many of these as you can. Keep going, elbow to knee, holding this up. You can extend fully to make it harder. We can go faster. Okay? So continue at that Right. I'm going to take these legs up. I'm going to bring my hands down. Last one we're going to do is a reverse crunch. So I want to try to not to use my hands to push up. They're there for support. My feet are straight up. I'm going to lift and lower. Crunch it up and lower. So it's all here. Crunch. So what I'm doing right now is something I shouldn't do. Pull the chin toward the neck or toward the chest. Create this space here and don't lift the chin up. Okay, here's 9, 8, 7, 1. Knees in, arms, knees to one side, arms to the other. Look over that shoulder. Notice we did a whole arm workout without a single push-up. Feel free to add them. We did a lot of shoulders, back, and yeah, so feel free to add, because obviously a push-up is going to engage and use a lot of the muscles that we just did, but we just did like a 45 or so, almost 50-minute workout without a single push-up, all arms. Go ahead and take in. Don't have to do a lot with the legs. Go ahead and come all the way up. My resistance too. Well, actually I can do it without the resistance too. So I'm going to sit here, take these arms all the way up, right? Reach the arm down and across. And all the way up. And over that way. All the way back up. Adding a little twist. This hand's coming down behind me. This hand down, hand behind, twist. Good, all the way back up. Hand down, reach behind, and then hand I'm going to take my legs over to the side, coming into all fours, hands on the ground, feet on the ground, shifting my weight into my toes, lift the heels up, and lift the hips up, pushing my fingers into the floor, pushing away, belly in, starting to walk my hands to my feet, letting my head drop, maybe grabbing the elbows from side to side. I don't have enough room here, so I'm going to walk a little forward, hands behind the back. to the waist. And then one vertebrae at a time. All right. Whew. Big roll. We did this in the beginning as part of our warm-up. Now it's part of our cool down. All the way through. Hold here. Reverse. Good. Try and go for full range of motion. Spread out the fingers. And 2. And hold at the top. Grab the right hand. Pull straight up. Grab the other hand straight up. Straight up, look up. Look back. And take your bow. Great job. Take care of those shoulders tomorrow. Drink lots of water.